All right, so where has Dr. Shiming been? So, for those of you who aren't aware, she was the Road to UFC Strawweight winner last year, the Strawweight tournament winner for Road to UFC last year. Got in with a viral head kick knockout win, come from behind win, and went instantly viral. And it's been what, 5 months, going on 6 months with no fight news for her. So I wanted to make this little video uh, laying out the facts and just wondering, like, what could be the reason that she hasn't had a fight booked yet, because I think it's past due for an announcement at this point. So, Shiming, Dr. Shiming, which the UFC nicknamed her, has a current pro record of 17-5. And her last fight was against Feng Xiaocan at UFC Fight Night on November 23rd in Macau, which held the finals for the 2024 Road to UFC tournament. She was losing. I would say she was down 2-0 going into the third round, and then delivered, faked Feng Xiaocan into dropping her guard and just delivered an absolute stunner of a head kick that knocked her out. The official time was 46 seconds of the third round. It went absolutely viral. It was a knockout of the year candidate, and it went viral not just because of the knockout, but because of, Shiming's story is that, she's a traditional Chinese medicine doctor by day and then a fighter, in the evening. And that, they were saying, oh, her parents didn't know she fought. I mean, now they know, but at the time, she had been covering it up for years that she was a mixed martial artist. They thought she was just doing, taekwondo tournaments. So, like, the whole story combined just with her, her seeming like timidity and just the way she talks, really went viral. And you know what? She delivered a phenomenal promo after the fight too, because part of her post-fight speech was, "Good luck to my next opponent." I thought that to me. I thought that was awesome. I think that might be one of the most underrated aspects of that moment, was when she just said, "Good luck to my next opponent." Um, I think it's great. I think she delivers some of the best post-fight, speeches and interviews, because she just lays everything out matter-of-factly. Um, so anyway, it is currently 5 months later, 160 days at the time of this recording to be exact, and there's no fight news for her. I mean, for the UFC to not have booked her yet, it is absolutely killing the hype and momentum that she had going, because nobody's talking about it anymore. And then that happens, something happens on Saturday, and then a week later it kind of goes out of the way. But considering how viral that went, you'd have thought they'd want to put her back in as soon as possible, but it just hasn't happened. So, yeah, the hype and momentum that she had going has just kind of evaporated. It just seems silly. Now, I've heard rumors that there's going to be an August fight night in Shanghai. Here's the thing. Okay, I understand why they'd want to wait for them to go back to China for her to fight, because she absolutely went viral, and even on their what do you call them, uh, social media, you know, she blew up. Like, everybody knows who she is. So it's understandable. They'd want to get their latest Chinese star to fight again in China. But by then, you're at 9 months between fights. That's not the longest she's ever gone without a fight, because I know she's gone, I think it was like 2021. She only had one fight, and that was in December. And before that, she hadn't fought since August of 2020. So it's not the longest she's gone with, excuse me, between fights, but you don't want to go too long. Otherwise, uh, yeah, like I said, just the hype dies down, the momentum uh, dies, and the longer you go between fights, that's that tends to lead to injuries too. Like the longer you go between fights, the greater the chance of injury. So you don't want to be messing around with that too much. Um, so listen, UFC, on the extreme off chance that someone from the UFC happens to hear this, get Shiming a fight. Get her back in there. We got to build on this momentum. I mean, she is an absolute star in the making if she can keep winning. Even if she never hits the title, you know, she's fun, she's exciting, she can deliver in her fights, she has a fun style, loves to strike, and, comes from a Taekwondo background and has a great personality and an awesome story to back it up. Do not let the momentum die down like this. Get Shiming back into the octagon. The sooner, the better. I mean, make it a winnable fight too. Like don't give her someone super difficult. Give her a fight that actually would help her stylistically. Like give her a favorable fight stylistically. Like challenge her a little bit maybe, but not too much. Give her a winnable fight. That way you can get her on a run. Get her on a contender run. That and build on it. I mean, otherwise, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Just wasting our time. So get Jimmy in a fight already. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Who would you like to see Shiming fight first now that she's an official UFC fighter? Let me know in the comments. Hit that like button, and thanks for watching WMA Now, the best, most complete women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.